Hey guys, and welcome back to Teal House Farm. We're doing a real short video today. I have some really neat content for you guys. There's so much going on the homestead right now, but the problem is I am currently working two jobs. Sam is working. He's also been working really hard on some of our homestead projects. So we have all this footage filmed, but nobody's got time to edit it. So I'm going to do a real short video today. I thought it would be fun based on some of the comments on a video I did recently, and one that isn't going to need editing, so that I can put it up pretty quickly for you all. And then we'll hopefully get to editing some of those homestead and project videos that we've been working on, so you can see some of the stuff that's going on around here. But anyway, today we're going to talk about 5 things that I waste money on, and we're going to use waste in quotes because to me it's not really a waste. It's worth it either for like my personal mental health care, or just because it's a product that works so well I don't feel like I can replicate it on the homestead, because there are some conveniences to modern life, right? So we're gonna do the 5 things that I waste money on, and this idea came from a couple of comments on a video I did about homemade cleaning products and whether they're any good. As you guys know, I make a lot of my own homemade cleaning soaps, my own laundry soap. I have a dishwashing soap recipe, a whole bunch of stuff. It saves us tons of money because with a large family, also living this homestead lifestyle, we've been really trying really hard to get out of debt for a while now, and so just saving money anywhere we can is a big way that we make the world go round, as they say. But some people had comments about things that they really enjoy, that they're like, well, this to me is worth what we talked about in the video was sometimes things are worth the money over your time because it's a product you really like, or it's something that takes you just too much time to replicate for the amount of money that you save. And some people commented some great things that they prefer to just buy, that the money is worth it over their time, or the money is worth it for the quality of the product. So I'm going to share my 5, and these aren't in any particular order, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. And then if you guys want to comment below some things that are your money wasters, but things that are important to you and that you choose to spend money on because you enjoy the modern convenience, or it gives you a mental health break, or the product is just something that you feel like is so good that you just don't want to live without it. So anyway, again, in no certain order, these are my 5 things that I waste money on. The first one is individually packaged potato chips. Now, I do buy these as cheaply as I can find them, which is at Sam's Club. They have giant boxes of mixed individually bagged potato chips, and I buy 2 boxes a week, which again, we're a family of 9, so I know 2 boxes sounds like an extraordinary number of bags of potato chips, but if you figure you need 8 for our family right now because the baby's not eating, anytime you do a meal that needs chips, those 2 boxes go really fast. So I buy 2 boxes a month, which costs me about $40, and for equal amount of chips in large packages, I could spend a lot less if I bought off-brand big bags of chips. But there's a couple reasons I choose to spend the money anyway. The first is that nobody in the family has the same favorite chip, right? And there's something that's enjoyable about having a sandwich with your favorite kind of chips. So I would have to buy like 10 different bags of chips for everybody to have what they like most. And also the large bags, the kids make just such a mess with bags in the pantry. It drives me absolutely insane. And I know that they're little, especially the little ones, they don't know. They know, but they're not mindful enough to always make sure that the bag clip is on all the way, or that when they grab chips they aren't ripping the bag down the side, or that that they aren't leaving the bag open or dumping the bag over in the pantry. It's just one of those things that was always causing problems. So several years ago I just started spending the extra money to get individual bags, and it makes it so much easier for me. It makes lunch times easier because we're having a lunch that we're going to do chips with, or we're packing a lunch to go, which happens usually 1 or 2 days a week around here. I can just say, go grab your favorite chips. Nobody needs to make a mess because these are all prepackaged, ready to go. So these individual chip bags, for me, could I be saving a bunch of money a month by not buying them individual packs? Yes, I could. Am I going to do that? No, because for me, the convenience and the joy of everybody being able to have their favorite thing every once in a while is totally worth it to me. Number 2 is Blue Dawn. I will always buy this. I know this is kind of a hot topic in some very, I'll call them conservative homestead forums, or crunchy if you like that term. If you're very, very natural, organic minded, this one gets a lot of thumbs down from a lot of people. I'm very comfortable using it in my home. And I buy it, even though it is pretty expensive when it comes to dishwashing detergent, because when it comes to stain removal or cleanup from the gooey things that kids manage to get places, nothing works better than Blue Dawn. Now, I do make my own homemade dishwashing soap that I'll link the link below, and that works fine for washing dishes. But I find that if you need to do a really big batch of dishes, like if you've been doing a big baking day or canning day where you've got a big load of dishes that you need to run through your sink because we don't have a dishwasher, that you have to refill the sink a couple times with the homemade dishwashing soap. But one load with Dawn lasts the whole thing. So I kind of balance. I use the homemade dish soap for smaller loads or just regular, like the lunch dishes. And I have the Blue Dawn for the big loads, for the stain removing, for the cleaning up greasy, sticky messes that the kids get places. So it's kind of a balance, but I will probably never not buy this because it works so good for so many different things in a pinch. Even though, like I said, it is a pretty expensive product when you look price comparison, and definitely a lot more expensive than what it costs to make dish soap on my own. All right, number 3. Disposable diapers for nap time, or not nap times, but nighttime, and for babysitters. And you guys know that we cloth diaper. I've cloth diapered all my children. We have 7, my 7th one in diapers. Cloth diapering saves me oodles of money. We use cloth wipes too. But I have found that babies sleep better at night in a disposable diaper. Once they get to the age where they start sleeping at night, like the newborn's gonna wake up anyway, but once they get to the age where they're gonna maybe only wake up once or maybe not at all at night, if they're in a cloth diaper, they get wet, they feel like they wet, and then they wake up and you change them. But in disposables, it wicks away the moisture really well. They feel dry all night, and then they sleep all night, which is really important for me. I like my sleep. And also, I don't expect a child care provider. For us, that's usually church. If we go to church and the babies or the toddlers are up in the nursery, we have family that babysits for us if we need a babysitter, but usually Sam and I work it out where we don't need anybody to watch the kids. We kind of tag team. But I don't expect somebody else to know how to use a cloth diaper because, in today's day and age, they are pretty uncommon. And then there's also so many different varieties now. It's not just a simple, pre-fold, like everybody used to use the same kind of cloth diaper. Now, there's so many different styles. If you're not familiar with them, it could get confusing. So it's just easier, and I feel courteous to use disposables for a babysitter. Now, there was a while ago, I bought really cool disposable diapers that were 100% biodegradable, and I actually composted them in a human manure compost pile here on the farm, and it worked. It was so cool. You can't even tell they were ever in that compost pile. It's all broken down. The negative thing about them is they were really expensive, and I just couldn't swing that cost anymore with inflation or greedflation, whatever you want to call it, going up. Had to make some choices, and one of them was that I wanted to keep disposables at night and for child care providers, but I couldn't pay that higher quality price, even though I really wish we didn't have to put disposables in the trash, because I know they just go to landfill forever and ever. If you're interested, those diapers were called Diaper, D-Y-P-E-R, and they were pretty cool, and they worked really well, and they biodegraded in my human manure compost pile, which is really neat. And if I had more money, I would buy those instead of the cheapest ones I can find at the store, but that's what we can afford for now. Okay, number 4. One day a week we go to the city, and we are there pretty much all day because we do all of Annie's doctor's appointments. We do the kids' activities. If we have homeschool co-op at that time of year, because that doesn't happen all year, we'll do that too. We are in town. And I always, without fail, buy myself a coffee. And I know that this is the biggest joke about millennials, about buying our $7 coffee. But every time that day comes around during the week when I'm going to take all 7 kids to the city all day, which is an undertaking, even though my kids are absolutely amazing and awesome and so good, and I really don't have stressful problems with them in town, I feel like I deserve a $6 or $7 cup of coffee for the day. So every time I always get myself a nice coffee from a good coffee place. Not necessarily a Starbucks, it's just the cup I happen to have, but a quality coffee that I enjoy quietly, either in the van or in the doctor's office waiting room, while the kids are either all strapped in and can't jump all over me, or if they're in the waiting room, they have activities, or they bring their tablets if they have to wait on another sibling at an appointment, and I enjoy that cup of coffee. And I will spend that $6 or $7 every week for me. And the last thing, number 5, that I waste money on is one night a week, which is typically Sundays, is pizza night at our house. It is one night where I don't have to plan dinner. I either don't have to cook, or if it is cooking, it's putting the frozen pizza in the freezer. This week we actually ordered pizza. We have one restaurant near our house, which is actually a gas station that has pizzas. And they give, when you buy gas from them, you get money back that you can cash in for pizzas. And this week I was actually able to get one pizza for free, so we did that. But typically it's frozen pizzas with either a bag salad or a bunch of fruit on the side. It's super easy. It is not cheap. It would be much cheaper to meal plan and just do a regular meal like we do when we're feeding this many people. But for me, it's important to have one night where I'm not responsible for planning. I'm not responsible for cooking. There's nothing to clean up because we use paper plates that night. It just, the pizza goes in the oven, and then the paper plates go in either the burn barrel or the compost bucket, and it's done. Like, no work. And typically that's Sunday nights, because since that's traditionally a day of rest, we do church. We do easy lunch, simple lunch, like sandwiches after church, and then Sunday night is pizza night. And if we have extra points at the gas station, I'll cash them in for a free pizza, and if not, it's a frozen pizza from the grocery store. And I say it's not. It takes 3, almost 4 pizzas to feed us now, but that money is money well spent to me, to have that mental load taken off where it's not my job. And also, pizza night is something that absolutely nobody complains about. Nobody doesn't like pizza in our house, so everybody's happy with dinner. The kids love knowing that it's coming up. It's a night they look forward to, so it's kind of a win-win all around. Anyway, that was my short video of 5 things that we waste money on, even though we really do work very hard to be super frugal here at Teal House Farm. I would love to hear what things you, I'll put it in quotes, waste money on because they're important to you, or because you feel like it's a product that just is really awesome and you will always spend your money on it. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you again really soon.